Next up on the 2024-2025 CVC Winter Sports Media Day Tour is the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves wrestling team. Head coach Zach Nurnberg. Coach, thanks for joining us. Why don't you start out? Just give us a quick preview. What are we looking at this year?
I'm ready for an exciting year. We have a lot of young guys coming back that got some experience last year as freshmen. So, a couple seniors. We did lose a few. Graduating a couple guys that three seniors last year that did a really good job for us. But the next two guys have to step up, our two seniors, and looking forward to seeing what the young guys do following their lead. So really excited.
How are the numbers looking this year?
Good. We should have close to a full lineup. I'm looking at trying to recruit some lighter guys. I need a 6 and a 13 pounder. So still working on that. But other than that, I'm actually loaded up at the heavier weights this year, which I'm not used to. So excited to see what we do there. But I'm not exactly sure how the lineup's going to shake out, just because most of my guys are also football players. So we just lost on Friday in the regional final, so we haven't really been in the wrestling room yet, seeing where everybody's going to land in the lineup. But usually we do a pretty good job of moving guys around so we can have as much of a lineup as possible.
Yeah, it's always hard when you get the football teams that go deep into the postseason. It's always good for them, but not so good for the wrestling team that doesn't have their guys for a while. But all right, why don't you discuss some of the guys that are district state caliber? Who are some of those guys that you're looking forward to making a run?
Yeah, mainly my two seniors who have a lot of district tournament experience. Cooper Casilla, not exactly sure what weight we're going to land at. We're looking at maybe 132, 138, somewhere in there. He was a district fifth last year, so he was a state alternate. Was really close to making it out. Had a really good tournament. And obviously was one match away right there. So expecting big things out of him. Xander Mooney has been close a couple times now. He's looking at maybe 120, 126. So those guys will be drill partners. They have been for their entire high school careers. But our two seniors are the ones that we're really going to be looking forward to kind of lead the show for us. So excited for those two. And then again, like I said, we have some young up and comers that have the ability to also make a run later on in February. And that's what we preach, is trying to be ready to go at our best in February. So I think we have some momentum rolling coming off of a good football season. These young guys were playing a lot on Friday nights in football. So I think they developed a little bit of confidence in themselves. Obviously the successes we've had throughout the year helped. And I think, the two seniors will lead it off, but the young guys, I think, are going to have a good chance as well.
Looking at the conference, obviously it's always been a really good wrestling conference. How does that help, just knowing that your guys are going to be tested, every time they get out on the mat in the CVC?
Yeah, we the way we make our schedule is we want to wrestle all those guys as much as possible that we're going to possibly see down the line at the district tournament. So, we start off with our home tournament, the Alpinter Memorial Tournament, on December 14th. And, we have the Wayndales in there and Trinity, who's like you were just talking about, a conference team in there. It's good. We want them to be tested all year long. That way, when it gets to the point where we have to start winning, right, that it's not foreign to us, that we've seen these types of matches before. We want to wrestle the toughest competition we can during the regular season. So when we get to the postseason, it's just another day at the office, and these guys are ready to go. So we have a tough schedule. We do that every year on purpose. But yes, like you said, the conference, that we wrestle in, it's big. There's a lot of good wrestling schools in it. So we're being tested all the time, and it's all good for when we get to the postseason runs. It'd be good.
Obviously, the goals are always to get as many guys at districts and state as possible. But how are you going to define success for your team this year?
Wrestling's such a beautiful sport where successes are not always wins and losses. I just want, a lineup up and down full of guys that are excited to compete, excited to go score points, want to create action in wrestling matches, not be afraid to compete against higher level opponents where, we talk about all the time where you might be wrestling someone that, maybe statistically is better than you, more athletic than you, whatever. But we want a bunch of guys that are willing to fight as hard as they can all the time, and then good things happen. So, I don't know. I don't think we really measure, especially in the small schools, we don't really measure our successes based on just how many state qualifiers we have. I want a bunch of guys that can be proud of themselves at the end of the day and work really hard in the practice room and become that family, that bust their butt every single day. But, hopefully we get a couple guys there, at least, like I said, our 2 seniors, I think we're looking forward to what they're going to do. And if we get a couple young guys to join on there and get some momentum rolling, yeah, I don't think it's specifically just state qualifiers, state placers. I think it's just a bunch of guys that are having fun competing and representing themselves in the best way they can.
Great outlook. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to preview the season, and tell your daughter back there she did a great job entertaining everybody. But
yeah, that's how they bounce around back there. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for taking some time out of the day to preview the season. I wish you and your team best of luck this winter.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.